Veterans, this video is for you because I'm about to share the truth about secondary claims. And let's be blunt, secondary claims are one of the most common ways veterans finally reach that 100% permanent and total. Why? Because our conditions does not stay the same. They get worse. And when they get worse, they create new conditions. That's where secondary claims comes in. But here's the problem. Most vets file them the wrong way. To submit claims without evidence, they throw spaghetti at the wall, and then they're left wondering why they got denied, even though they're dealing with concrete pain and the situation. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how secondary claims work, the evidence that you need to validate it, and the automatic secondaries you should always be thinking about when it comes to filing, and the blueprint that will stop you from wasting time and finally get you the rating you deserve. If you're new here, my name is Reuben Geimah. I'm the CEO of VA Claims Made Easy. I'm a combat veteran that has been through the same process that you're going through, and now I use my experience to help you get through it faster because I know what it feels like when you're stuck, lost, confused, trying to traverse the complexity of the VA system. The smartest people on this planet are people who learn from other people's mistakes, not from theirs. I will prevent that, and you will prevent that by watching this video. Let's get into it. Here's the reality. Most veterans failed at the secondaries because they don't understand the rules. They file random claims, they submit conditions with no medical links, and they try to copy what works for other vets, and that gets them denied. Why? Because secondary claims require three major things. First, a primary service-connected disability on records. Second, a current diagnosis. No diagnosis equals no claims. And third, a medical nexus linking the secondary back to the primary. If you don't have all three, you're wasting your time. It doesn't matter what Jim Bob, Jim Crow, or WWW did when they filed their claims. It doesn't matter what you saw in the Facebook group. It doesn't matter what you saw on Reddit. What matters is your case is unique. The VA won't connect those dots for you unless you force them through concrete evidence. See, I know this because guess what? I made that mistake myself. When I filed my claim, I talked to a bunch of my buddies. They were like, yeah, man, I got this for this and that for that and dibbity-dabbity-da for that. And I was like, oh, like I'm pretty verified that, I've been in combat, I've deployed, I was airborne, air assault, I jumped out of planes, helicopter, everything that could fly, I've jumped out of it. So I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, I got this. This is cool, And the VA is thinking to themselves like, yeah, we got another one. We're gonna cook him. And guess what? Submitted the claims, ran through it, and the VA was just like in the kitchen whipping like a stir fry. Denied. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was like, what's going on? Like, it was rightfully so. Now that I truly understand how the process works, now that I actually understand the rules to the game, I know how to properly articulate my problems so the VA understand. So how do you do that? When I first got out, nobody told me about secondary. I thought your claims was your claim. PTSD is PTSD, back pain is back pain, that's it. But then I noticed something. My back issues was causing me numbness and tingling sensations that in my legs, shooting pain throughout my legs. Like the mental health meds were creating side effects. My primary conditions were stacking on top of each other's. And then it clicked. These aren't separate issues. They're all connected, just like the human body. Everything is connected. In order for you to raise your arm up, you need so many different muscle groups working with each other. And if one of those are not working properly, the whole chain is affected. In order for me to sit down right now, as we speak, my back muscles is working, it's hurting, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but in connection with my whole body. So one condition is not all in be all. It's connected to throughout your whole body, and you can connect them. That's when I started following secondary right away, the right way, because I now understood. And guess what? When I did that, my rating skyrocketed to 100% PNT. So how can you actually implement this? Let me give you guys the blueprint. Let's break this down into a tactical, operational format. Step 1, primary service connected disability. You must already have a condition that VA recognizes. Without a primary, a secondary doesn't exist. Step 2, current diagnosis. This is critical. If the doctor hasn't diagnosed you, stop right there. You need a diagnosis. No diagnosis equals no clean. Step 3, nexus. This is the bridge, the medical opinion that links your secondary to your primary. It could be caused by or aggravated by, but it has to be medical in nature. Your service treatment records doesn't matter here. What matters is proving that your current condition stems from another condition that's already service connected. That's how you start stacking. So let's talk about the secondaries that I call automatic. These are the ones you should always be thinking about, always. Number 1, lower spine, radioscopy in the legs. If you file a claim for your lower spine, always file a secondary claim for radioscopy. That's nerve damage in your legs, the shooting pain that you feel when you get up too fast, the tingling sensations on your toes. You file it separately for leftover lower extremities and right lower extremities. You want this thing to be both. You want it to be in both here, because usually if you feel it in one, you'll feel it in the other one. Usually, make sure that's, annotated as well. Why separately? You want to do it separately because you cannot trust the VA to automatically do it. This forces them to consider both. 2, your neck, cervical, spine. If you have any primary claims for your neck, your secondary claims automatically should be radioscopy in your arms. Same principle, nerve damage in your arms. If you have neck pain or neck strain or any neck conditions, file this for your arms. Left upper extremities, right upper extremities, 2 separate claims. It's the same thing, just upper body. Again, do not assume that the VA will connect the dots. You have to do it for them. Number 3, hypertension, 0%, urinary frequency. Hypertension equates to urinary frequency. Most veterans with hypertension are on medications. Often, it's a diuretic, which means you are using the restroom more often than usual. That's a secondary claim, and it can be related to 10s, 20s, and 40% depending on how often you're up at night to go utilize the restroom. Even if your hypertension is at 0%, the secondary can actually change your life and push you closer to that 100%. Number 4, mental health equates to sexual dysfunction. This one is a bonus. If you're on any mental health medication, you may experience erectile dysfunction as a man or sexual arousal disorder as a woman. The VA usually rate this at 0%, but here's the kicker. It unlocks the SMC-K. This is an extra $130 bonus per month that's tax-free on top of your ratings already. So the secondary strategy here is this, right? Now that you know the big 3 plus bonus, here's how you apply it. Whenever you file a primary, ask yourself, what other conditions does this cause? What side effects comes from the medications from this condition? What nerves are being pinched? What complications are showing up because of this condition? Think of your body like a chain reaction. One condition creates another as it operates. Every link in that chain can be a claim. Here's how you should apply this, and this is the blueprint that you want to follow. Start with your primary condition. Get a current diagnosis for any related issues. Secure a nexus letter or a medical opinion linking the two. File the secondary as a separate claim. And here's the mindset shift that I want you guys to all have. Do not chase random conditions. chase connected conditions. Be strategic when you're following your cleans. Use your time wisely, use your energy wisely. You have to manage your time and energy. That's why so many veterans end up giving up, because they deplete all their energy, their focus, their time on random claims when there should be like methodical focus on what they can actually prove, which is your secondary claims. That's how you stop wasting all your times and start building a rating that reflects your true sacrifice. When I learned this, literally everything changed for me. I went from being stuck, confused, to 100% PNT, and it opened up the doors to me being able to travel the world, create these videos for you guys, and give back to my community. This is also one of the reasons why we created the VA Cleans Made Easy app, so that veterans like you, regardless of where you are on this roadmap, whether you're just starting, whether you are at 50%, 60%, 70%, using this app, you get a clear path to that 100%, whichever 100% makes sense for you. I've already created a video on what all the different types of 100%. Go check those out and it will inform you. But this app is going to streamline the process. Think about it as like the Turbo Clean for taxes, but the VA Cleans Made Easy app is for your VA claims. It makes everything easier. So veterans, do not waste another year filing claims that doesn't matter. Don't get lost chasing random diagnosis. Focus on secondary, the right secondary, because they are often the bridge between being stuck at 50, 60, 70, or living free at 100% PNT. Remember this, primary plus diagnosis plus nexus, that's the formula, that's the path that you should be focusing on. With that being said, guys, I hope this video brought you value. If it did, share it with another veteran that you know is gonna bring value to. Click the link in my description, sign up for the VA Cleans Made Easy app so it can help you. And don't forget to check out these other videos as well. It's gonna bring more value to you and simplify this process. My name is Reuben Geimah, CEO of VA Cleans Made Easy. I'll see you guys in one of these videos. Peace.